In my last video, I had my first camping trip out in my new trailer. I found out how it fared on highways, gravel roads, off-road, and in the rain. But this is Alberta. What other surprises are in store?
One good way to assess whether a trailer is right for you is to wait till you're stuck in it. You know, these cold, dreary days where you just don't want to go outdoors. Is it comfortable inside? If it is, you probably have a winner.
My first new challenge was food. I didn't have time for grocery lineup, so I didn't bring much in produce.
Well, it's another one of those can't be bothered with fancy cooking, what do you got in the cupboard kind of nights. And on the menu tonight is some Treehouse Tempeh by Tofurkey and some Uncle Ben's Mexican-style rice. Now that's a match made in heaven.
A 5-minute heat and serve meal, perfect for a cast iron skillet. It actually tastes better than it looked.
Now there is one minor challenge to this, at least I hope it's a minor challenge, and that is I gotta get up that muddy hill that I came in on. Getting down was pretty easy. Getting up might be a challenge, especially because there's still a lot of mud on my tires. But it's the only way out, so I gotta try it.
Now, I'm no stranger to getting my trailer up tough muddy hills, like this one in South Dakota, or this one in New Mexico. But that was another trailer and Jeep, and every little slope has its own unique challenges. So I set up my cameras to record the event and figured out I needed a good run at it. Replaying it in slow motion, they actually did quite good. No tires skidding, no bottoming out on the rocks. I was quite impressed. Now that I was out of that hole, I could find a campsite on flatter terrain, as you never know what the weather has in store. Just a few hundred feet from the first camp out, I found a nice sheltered spot in the woods.
Well, that was an interesting run, because I obviously overestimated the weight of the Outback. I was so used to hauling the A-frame up hills like that, which was a lot heavier. So when I applied the same momentum, the Outback just flew up the hill. And I showed it at different camera angles. I used 3 cameras as I was going up. However, I also used a 4th camera, this little guy that was clamped on the front table of the Outback. How did that look? Well, you better brace yourself.
How the inside of a trailer looks in transit is probably something the RV salesman won't show you, but I will. Here we go. As bad as it looked, nothing was damaged, and it was just a minor cleanup.
I wasn't really happy with how I put the awning up. As a matter of fact, I didn't know how to put the awning up, so I wanted to try it a second time. It's a little confusing. Okay. I get one, and the other goes. Okay, try it quick this time. There, I think I got it. Okay. Now this part is equally confusing. Guess I gotta bring it down low enough to bring that up. There we go. It's a little sticky. Okay. I think that's right. Ah, there. I figured it out. It's a little low though. I think I need it a little higher regardless. Or I'll bang my head. That's better.
A little Riverwalk seemed appropriate. Although the bank seemed bare and desolate, there was lots to see, especially if you have a good eye for wildlife. Did you see it? From a different angle, it's a little bit more apparent. But if you look closely, it's not just one harlequin duck, it's a mated pair having a siesta. It's amazing how well camouflaged they are. In a little while, the male woke up to survey the shore. But when I blinked, he disappeared. You may be surprised at what happens in a few seconds. It seems my little friend can fly under the water just as well as he can fly over it. Eventually the girlfriend joined in and they went diving together. It's the subtle little moments like this that bring comfort and wonder to your outdoor experience. Until something else comes around to change your day.
When I said I didn't care if it was going to rain or snow, I just wanted to go out camping, I didn't mean I prefer rain or snow. A little sun would be good too. Looks like this is a stay inside and edit day.
But eventually, the snow did let up.
One area I haven't really utilized yet is in the back. Now, right here is an entrance to the inside storage. It actually has two locks, which is kind of awkward. You only need one. but that's okay. What I have in it right now is just wood for leveling the trailer. Got a sleeping bag and a folder carrier. But what I'd really like in this area is to be able to insert a toolbox, keep my tools in there. That's what I had for my A-frame, which had a similar area like this. But the problem with this is it's not very high. You know, that's maybe about 6 inches. I can't find a toolbox that small. And if I did, chances are it wouldn't carry many tools, which defeats the purpose. So if Trillium's listening, if they can just make it a couple inches higher, that would be awesome. Now, as for this, a slinky, a wonderful, wonderful toy. A slinky, a favorite of girls, and boy, that kind of stinks. I think there's going to be some serious hand washing. That's going to go.
Well, that stinky slinky kind of made me hungry.
Well, this is my famous ramen noodles and avocado with a little lemon juice and vegetable soup sauce. Vegetable soup stock. Sorry about that. Overall, how did things go? I think they went well. The solar panels, they did fantastic. No issues with being on the highway with them. There were no vibrations. The whole time, I never really got any sunlight. That one time there was sunlight in the morning. It was only for about half an hour, and the solar panels were in the shade anyway. Despite all that, despite the solar panels being underneath trees, in clouds, intense cloud, I never lost power. I had enough power for my refrigerator, for my laptop, for my lights. I never had to go to auxiliary power, even though I did bring my Jackery 500 with me. Didn't need to use it. I'm really happy with that because in the past, in a situation like this, I ran out of power and I'd have to go to a place where I had a plug-in. So that worked well. The trailer, fantastic. Even though I tried to beat it up, it took it. It was fine. I have no issues with it. There was a little bit, you know, I think I probably lost a little bit of gas mileage over the A-frame, but it wasn't too bad. And this awning, I absolutely love it. I mean, it's been raining, sometimes it's been snowing, and I can sit out here. I'm not cooped up. I can sit out here and relax and have my noodle soup. But tonight, it's chill out time, and I get to do one thing I haven't done in a long time, and that is enjoy a beer in the wilderness. River Valley. Oh, that is good. Session IPA. It's an IPA. I love an IPA. Oh, this is the life. Well, there's one thing while I'm out here on this trip that I really miss, and that's a shower. I really took it for granted because I had the shower in the A-frame, and I just didn't get the new one built in time, and boy, do I miss it. I mean, yeah, a dishpan just doesn't cut it, especially out here when it's so cold all the time. You know, you can't go in the stream. It's just above freezing. So I think, yeah, the next thing I got to do when I get back is finish that darn shower. That pump better be in.
As soon as dusk arrived, new visitors appeared. Even when foraging for food, they are always aware of my presence. Eventually, they slipped into the stream, heading for greener pastures.
Oh, crap. It's a winter wonderland. I'll go back to bed. Oh, boy. I guess the seasons are going in reverse this year. Wow. It is beautiful though. Look at it. That's my Crocs under there. Winter in May. Must be Alberta. Right down my front. Well, the good news is there's so much snow on the windshield, there's no ice.
After surveying the white horizon, I decided on one last visit to the old stream. Even in snow, the little egg was cozy, and there was little preparation required to get it roadworthy again. Although many would have preferred an outing of sun, warmth, and relaxation, I am happy I got to take my first trip when the weather was challenging. It gives you the opportunity to really test your trailer, and makes you more prepared and confident for those many trips that lie ahead. But what lied ahead for me was a little mud and slush. Perhaps some better mud flaps are in my future, but who knows? As I kinda like that new two-tone effect. And that new V for victory over my rear window. Well, I think I'm going to go back for a few more tweaks and improvements, but please make sure to join me on my next travels.